Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Thursday, May the 25th. My name is Barry Anderson, the moderator of your room. This is the address to get in, and the room is live. I get on the mic by 9 o'clock Eastern Time and up to 4, generally only 3:30. I know, keep saying I'm going to change this. I'll probably change it maybe this weekend. All right, well, some pretty darn exciting action. A lot of interesting things happened for me anyway, personally. CAMT is a swing trade. I got into this one yesterday at 575. So I'll just put the mark right around there. And of interest, this has been a Holly alert. CAMT has been a Holly alert. This is actually was another Holly alert today. You can see the shading area right here that indicates that it was a Holly alert. I think this is at least 3 days in a row, and I know last week it was also a Holly alert. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this one. I mean, this just had a really nice rise. I've been waiting forever for this one to break through 6. Take a look at the daily chart on it, and I don't have to go far back. I think, or have to elongate this too much, because I think you're not going to see anything until 3 years ago, and I don't really consider that too much resistance. So this is why I was so interested in this one. I actually took a loss. It was a Holly alert on this day. It popped up. I didn't take any profit, and I actually took a little loss on it when it came back down. But I was bound and determined to keep watching this, and when it regained yesterday, I decided to take the swing. So anyway, it's working out quite well. Let's get to the 5-minute. I have taken some out at 607. All right, and I'll just have to see what happens with this. Now, the exciting one, and unfortunately, I almost feel like this is it's just not fair. I'm not going to go over. Let's see, I'm not going to go over all the trades today, because I want to point something out to you, and this is on the high count window. And people are asking, well, how do you use it? What does it even mean? Well, first of all, what it means is that this is 84. The count is 84. That means this one has made 84 new highs for the day. For a cheap stock, a $1.51 stock, to make 84 new highs is pretty phenomenal. All right, you would expect that. For a more expensive stock, SUI at 85, it's made 42 lows. Best Buy, I believe, yeah, Best Buy 61, it's made 422 new highs. I mean, that's been the star of the day in terms of a fairly safe trade. Best Buy, here's where it opened, and it's really had this beautiful, and it was an earnings, and obviously a retailer that did very well. But why I'm trying to alert you to SPI, and why I feel like it was hard done by, is that yesterday, and I know I'm sort of going back and forth, and I'm going to have to switch to a 15-minute chart to show you. So yesterday, Globus was alerted in the high count window. And look what it did. I mean, I think it probably was alerted just around here, and it put on 50 cents. All right. And so I said, this was not the first one that I had seen like this, but the lower priced ones that have this strong new high after new high, strong trending momentum, really have to be watched. That's why for the window here, I color coded it so that any stock under $10, and maybe it should be $5. I don't know. I mean, this is just sort of a guess right now, but any stock under $10, it will be color coded in blue. Earnings dates I've color coded, so I know exactly if this is an earnings play also. So when I saw SPI, I saw it right around here. I decided, okay, I'm hopping on it, just like yesterday's Globus. Well, and this is where my tale of woe comes in. Let's get to the 5-minute chart. So I got into this really great fill at 102. And it, right on this candle, because it popped. And look where it went to. Got to 118, which is exactly where I was able to sell it, and it got halted. So I thought, now a lot of times what happens on these halts is that the first halt is great. Usually they roar after that. The second halt, kind of iffy, and the third one is usually when they go down. That's just, it's obviously not a scientific rule. Anyway, unfortunately for me, is look what happened on that candle. It got all the way down there, and I actually sold at $1.03 because it looked like it was going to crash down through one, and that was the end of it. And then look what it did. It came right back. Typically, what we see is that when it's halted at 118, then the very next print could have been 120, 130, and it would have been gold for me. But anyway, that's my tale of woe. Bottom line is though that if we get another one tomorrow, or even later on today, because I think the Globus was fairly late yesterday, we have to really watch it on this high count alert. So if you want this window, just email me and I will certainly give it to you. It's proving to be a really, really nice window. I mean, of course, it's momentum, but it's also trending momentum, both on the high side and the low side. BRS is another good example. BRS is one that I saw. Let's get to the daily chart. You'll see why. Big collapse yesterday, and I thought, you know what? I've got to try to short this if this continues down tomorrow. Tomorrow being today. So when it broke down through 850 is when I shorted it, but it was also showing out up in the high count alert window for stocks moving down. And so I was able to short this at 850, and look what it did. I mean, it got all the way down to 742. I covered some at 778, and then when it broke back up over 8, I'm out the balance. But it's a very, very interesting window to have this high count. I mean, all it is just trending momentum plays. Do they all work? No. And also, why would I take this one over other ones that I saw? Just because of the daily. There was no support. This one at this point was at an all-time low. All-time low. So anyway, I want to get back into the room. There were a couple other little trades I took, but kind of inconsequential. Certainly the SPI, the BRS, and the CAMT were the major ones. So, and my goodness, look at that SPI. It's almost hard for me to see this. Typically this does not happen after the first halt. Typically, this is what happened. We could have got the gap up immediately and just ran. But anyway, can't cry over spilt milk. So yes, the room is free. Everybody keeps asking, how can that room be free? There must be you must want money at some point. The room's free because of this. We use it as a marketing tool. Yes, about 3 or 4 times a day, I do put some links into the room. They show you when our webinars are. I pop a demo into the room. You can have a demo of the product, some getting started videos. This video that I'm doing, you can subscribe to it. All the webinars that we do. And of course, I do put a subscription link in, because the bottom line is this, is that a lot of people are in the room, and you could piggyback on myself, what I do, and other traders in the room. But I think if you want to become a serious trader, you should probably know how to do all this by yourself. I don't mean don't come into the room, but you will feel way more confident in learning how to use our program rather than just completely relying on other people to tell you what to buy and sell and when. So that's why we do it. We use it as a marketing tool. But if you've been in the room, it's the format the same way. It's free. We don't even ask for a credit card, So there you go. So anyway, I want to get back into the room. I'm sure people are just having a great time with the SPI. Some are still in it. So I want to get back into the room. So hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.